Welcome to Xero Hero, a short video blog from HBA Encompass aimed to make your Xero journey easier. Please note that all the slides today have been created from existing Xero training videos. Xero has rapidly changed in the past few years, so sometimes the pictures that are used are old screenshots or overseas versions. Where possible, each session is followed up by a live demonstration. If you have any queries regarding any content delivered today, feel free to contact me via email, victoria@hbaencompass.com.au or phone 0754 44 7094.
Welcome to editing invoices and bills.
So we click on the payment and we click here remove and redo. So what that does is it takes the payment off the invoice and it puts the bank reconciliation line back into wait to be reconciled. So from there, once you've done that, you can go in and edit the invoice, go back into your reconciliation and allocate that payment again. So if we go to accounts and purchases, you can see here that we have some that are overdue. I'll click on those ones. So say Power Direct here, we realise that we've actually made an error in that invoice. Because there's been no payment against it, we can go bill, edit or copy, or we can add a credit note there if we need to. We're going to edit it. And because I like doing things tax inclusive, we click on tax inclusive. We make it the $110 that it should be and update. Now we can see here that it just updates everything it needs to go through. Because my total didn't match, it has a hissy fit and tells me, and now it will match. Now you can see here there's histories and notes as we mentioned earlier. You can click on add a note and going your reason to why you changed it or whatever it is. So that then if you ever want to look back, it shows that originally it was created, then it was approved, then it was edited, and then the note. So if you've got people that are changing things, not a bad idea to put notes in there so you can remember why it was edited. It may be exactly the same process with a sales invoice that for some reason you did some additional work that you might want to add it in. I would probably suggest having a different invoice for the additional work, but you can change them. It's up to you, the way that you want to do it. So let's have a look at what happens if we want to edit an invoice that's already had a payment against it. So I'm going to have a look at paid bills here, and I'm going to pick one. So let's have a look here at ABC Furniture. So we've got a payment against that one. So when I click on bills, I can repeat it, I can copy it. If I click on edit, the only thing I can change is the account and the tracking region. I can't change the GST, I can't change the amount. So if I've mucked it up, and perhaps I might have wanted to put some to office equipment, some to office expenses, I can't change it now because I've put a payment against it. So what I need to do is I need to go into the payment, and I have to remove and undo the payment, which takes me back to the bank account, which shows that we've got the payments there. And if I now go to bank account, to purchases, I can look at my overdue figures, which has suddenly gone up because there was that payment there for the office furniture. I can click on that one. I can now edit the bill. We can add a new line. And I can hit update. Now what I can do here is I can show the history, because I can't remember when I paid that because I've just undone it for you. But if I show the history, what it does is it says it was paid on the 25th of May. So I can go and add the payment back in. Okay, so now it doesn't show in accounts payable. When I go to my dashboard, all things being equal, and I go into my reconcile, there should be the actual payment that I need to allocate here against the office furniture. Now I'm not sure which one of these it is. Usually when you go and change things, the trick is to have everything reconciled when you go and change it so there's only one that shows up in your reconciliation screen. Much quicker and easier way of doing it. But you would find the transactions and you would match them off because there would be a payment and it would go green the same as normal. So what we were able to do then was show you the add a line. If I go back into sales, it's exactly the same process as what we use for purchases. If I go a new invoice, you can see these crosses that I was talking about earlier. So I can put smart, hit tab comes today's date, +7 for 7 days. I just want those details. I don't want anything else on the invoice. I can delete those ones and save and continue, save and submit, or save and add another. Or if I'm happy that I'm the person who's got the approval to do it, I can either hit approve or I can go approve and add another, approve and print. Okay, so there those nice little handy things we were talking about before about putting the dates in, the pluses and the tabs. As we mentioned, we can add files. We can either add them from the library or upload them so they're there. My name's Victoria Berry. I'm one of the directors of HBA Encompass. So if you need to contact me, my email address is victoria@hbaencompass.com.au, or of course our phone number is 0754 44 7094. Thanks for listening.